Be real.
Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Yeah, let's just be honest.
Let's just be.
Hey everyone, it's me, your girl, JoJo T. If you guys want to know how to do this beautiful summer golden look, stay tuned. Alright, first we're going to start off with a nice clean bare face. And I love to do my eyebrows before anything else. So I use the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color medium brown. So first we're going to use the spoolie and just clean up the brows so we can start this beautiful sleigh. Now we're just going to get right into it. So since I have really thick eyebrows, I just really worry about the perimeter. As you can see, I'm just going to do the top part, work on the bottom part, and then fill it in. So for this look, I didn't really want to worry about how big my eyebrows are because, as I said before, I have thick eyebrows. I just worry about how dark I want my eyebrows to be.
You say you want make love to the best time, you tell me say you don't want to waste time, you say them other girls have to stand in line, you tell me say they go watch how we slow wine, you say you want to take control.
That it's looking good, we are going to go right in and use our NYX 3C palette in the color Deep. We're going to use the concealer on this one so we could have some light around our brow. I, for one, really like using this concealer because, as you can see, I just started putting it on and you could see how light it brings my eyebrow to look. So we're just going to make sure that it's blended on the bottom, and I'm going to leave a little line in front of the eyebrow because I want to add a few. I like to do a little quote-unquote false eyebrow hairs. So now I'm just making sure the brow is still looking as thick as possible. Now we're going to work out doing the top of the brow, making sure it's lined up with the brow. And yeah, bruh. Stressed. It's okay, we will fix it. So now I'm just making sure it is all blended, fixing a little mistake I made on my brow. But ladies, please make sure, ladies and gents I should say, please make sure you blend your brows, because I don't need nobody walking around with some really big lit up brows. It's not cute, okay? So now that I finished blending it out, I'm going to add a little bit of the false hairs and check it out. It's looking good. Now I'm going to go work on this brow. Now we're back. Let's see the reveal. Yes, Slay. Go ahead. Go off on them. Now we are going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. I recently just started using this primer, and I like how soft the texture is. It feels baby soft. And I, for one, think it works when you're wearing heavy makeup. So I'm going to have to give it a thumbs up. But I like to really make sure, because I don't really like the ashy looks it gives off. So I just make sure it's really, really blended. Now after we've done that, we're going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal Orange Color Correct. And I'm going to place that in all the areas that are dark on my face, which are underneath my eyes, some blackheads that I have on my forehead, my jawline, a little on my cheeks, and underneath my bottom lip. And I also like to put some color correct around my mouth because I feel like it has a little dark shadow to it that's not cute. And now we are going to blend, making sure that pigment is a little dyed down because it's really red.
Mama told me.
Now we are going to use one of my favorite foundations. It's from Maybelline, New York. It's the Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. It's in the color 355 and the shade Coconut. The reason why I love this foundation is because of the dewiness it gives off at first on your face, and then it has a beautiful matte look afterwards. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it on the back of our hand, And I like to use my finger to pinpoint where I want the foundation to be, because as I said before, the pigment of the color correct is really, really red. So I would like to put some foundation over it first, and then I worry about the rest of my face. And it's okay if you use a little too much foundation, you just gotta make it work. And so what I do, if I put too much foundation, I just put a lot on underneath my chin and on my neck.
Mama 17, 5 cents.
And now we blend it up. So as you can see, I like to focus on where the color correct was to make sure the pigment is dyed down and that you could see more of the foundation rather than where the corrections needed to be made.
Watch the fire. Hey, yes, I am. Rantan and Wheezy, yeah.
Making sure you blend your neck and underneath your chin so you could have all the same color, because we don't need to be looking wild, ladies and gents. We don't need to be looking wild.
Bend down, pause, maybe just bend down.
And now it's time to use our setting powder. I recently just bought this. It is the LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Matte Pressed Powder. It's in the color Toffee. So I believe this is called a kabuki brush, but I may be wrong. I'm probably wrong. So don't come for me. And we are just going to use this brush and just go all over the face and making sure that it's all set. Because we setting it, y'all. That's what we doing. Making sure you get your neck as well. Once we complete that, bow, looking cute, we're going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Toffee. And I put this underneath my eyes. I kind of put a lot because I like the light to hit all underneath my eyes, not just the little triangle. I like it all on the eyes and the cheeks. Then we go up the bridge of my nose and we go a little on the forehead, making sure everything's nice and cute. And now we blend it out. While you're blending, make sure that you really blend. Don't just like half it. Just really make sure you get rid of all the act. And this is what it looks like all blended out. It's popping, right? I know, but we ain't done yet. Now we're going to go back to our NYX palette and use the contour on that palette. As I'm doing my nose, I like to go all the way up the bridge of my nose, just so I could see how narrow it is. And I really like this contour on it because of how deep it is and it fits my skin tone, but it still gives off the rawness. So now we're going to work on my cheeks, really making sure that color is popping. And now we're going to put some on my forehead, just the corners of my forehead, making sure it pops too. Some people like to put on their jawline. You do whatever works for you. I personally do not like doing that. Now that everything's all set, it's time to blend it out. Making sure you remove all the harsh lines. Even if you see some harsh lines, just make sure you remove them, because we want to look smooth. We want to slay them. We don't need no harsh lines over here, okay?
I'm a star, cause I slay, I slay, I slay.
Now that we are all blended out, we are going to use my favorite Sasha Buttercup baking powder. It says setting powder, but I call it baking powder. So what we do is we're going to put it on all the places we had concealer. I love this baking powder because of the richness it gives my skin, especially people of color. It really gives off the luminous look that we are looking for. And I'm very generous when it comes to baking powder because, y'all, I love to bake, okay? Because it just makes me know that my makeup's getting ready. So I put some underneath my eyes. I put it up the bridge of my nose, dusted myself off because it has a lot of pigment on this too. I put it on my forehead and I put it underneath the contour on my jawline because I want the light to hit there too. Making sure it's all blended out. It's not too heavy when I put it on my jawline. Alright, close that up. And this is what it looks like all baked up. While we're baking, let's have a little fun.
I know this, you think that you know shit. All this shade that's coming at me, I wonder who does it. They can't see the vision, boy, they must be out of focus. That's a real hot album, homie, I wonder who wrote it. Latest phone, my left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put the baby in a spiral.
think our makeup baked enough. Now it's time to get back to it. So before I remove all the baking powder, I like to spray Urban Decay setting spray oil control over my face just to make sure that all my makeup is set before we continue on. Now let's work on our eyes. I use the Urban Decay Baked eyeshadow. It is so beautiful. The pigment on this eyeshadow is amazing. As you can see, I did not prime my eyes because I don't like the pigment being too big, especially for this look. It's a really golden summery look and you don't want your eyes to be too popped. So I'm just putting them on my eyes, making sure it's looking good, girl. It's even too. Now it's time to remove all of the baking powder. Sometimes it gives a lot of harsh lines, so all you have to do is just keep brushing it off. I don't know the name of this brush, but as you can see, it's working. Shoot.
The bumper, gimme, this it, Matty, Kume, Vini. Saka, fake, quickie, too much pressure, Fimi, Girl, bring the bumper, gimme, this it, Matty, Kume, Vini. Saka, fake, quickie, too much pressure.
Girl, wind up on my body, girl. Why like it's a carnival? Girl, me love the way you wine for me. Girl, your wine is so emotional.
So for me, I thought that it was a little too bright for my face, so a little trick, if you think it's too bright, after you remove the baking powder, you could go back to your setting powder and just go over it just to dim down that light. Now it's time to work on our eyes. So that was the Colossal Big Shot by Maybelline New York, and this is the Last Sensational Luscious by Maybelline New York, my two favorite mascaras. The way the bristles are on the golden one, I really like how it makes my eyelashes pop. That is why I use it on the top. And then I use the black one because it makes my lashes come out, y'all. It makes them say, "Hi world, I'm here to slay," okay? Once we finish our lashes, we are going to go back and get a little bit more eyeshadow and place it on the crest of our eyes and a little on underneath our eyes because we really want our eyes to pop.
Emotional, so wind up on my body, girl. Me while you come wind your waistline for me.
And now we're just gonna do a little bit more on the bottom, and we're gonna do what I did. I thought it was pretty cute. I did like a little cat eye with the glitter. I used a slanted brush. I don't know the name of it, but I used that and I kind of just brought out the eyeshadow to kind of look a little cat eye, if you guys can see that. I did that on the other side too, just to kind of emphasize like my eyes are where the slay is.
I don't need no fraud. I don't need no drama when you call. I don't need no fake. Soon as I wake up, keep an eye out for the
Favorite part, highlights. We are going to use the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated highlights in the color Lit. You know why? Because it's lit. And we are going to use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlight in the color Topaz. These two are my favorite highlighters. Whew, I just get so emotional, y'all, because it's just so beautiful. To show you the pigment, I haven't even put it on, and I know y'all see that glycerin, okay? And that was just the Urban Decay. Whew. Let me show you this Becca, y'all. Let me show you. Because this right here, yes. Whew, yes. All right, we're just going to get right into it. Whew, I know y'all see that highlight on them cheeks, y'all. Like, I just want to thank the Lord for blessing me with these highlights. So we're going to do on our cheeks, a little on the lips. And I do a switch off, some Becca, some Urban to kind of, because I really want the goldenness to come out. Put a little on my forehead, on the tip of my nose, on the bridge of my nose. On my lips too, kind of, because I really want the goldenness to come out. And now to finish off the look, we're going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting setting spray. And here's our final look.
Bad and bougie, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bougie, bad. Cooking up dope.
Thank you so much for tuning in, spreading a lot of kisses, peace and love. Mwah. Love you guys. Thank you.
Bad and bougie, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage.